What up, YouTube? Before we start the video, we got a very important announcement for you.
That's right. We have our new milestone giveaway for 2,000 subscribers. That is a CGC 9.8 graded Thor #1. This cover is a Nick Klein sketch variant that is also signed by Donny Cates.
What? Are you crazy? Yes, we are. When we hit 2,000 subs, we're giving away this bad boy. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. It would be much appreciated because we want to give this away, but we only can do that when we hit 2,000 subs. Let's get to the video. What up, comic fan? Before the video starts, I just want to let you know I had some audio issues where my audio was being recorded from my camera and not my microphone. I don't know why that happened, but, it is what it is. So it's going to sound like I'm in an empty room because I kind of am. But anyway, I figured it out, obviously, with recording this, but just bear with it and enjoy the show. What up, comic fam? I'm Jim.
I'm Nate.
We are Two Fat Guys Pull List. We got another fresh new comic day video for you for the week of April 16th, and it is ETBT. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? It's
small but mighty.
Small but mighty, and really, it's just there are other books that are coming out this week, but we're just not reading them. Godzilla versus I don't even know. Whoever is just not scratching that itch.
Wolverine 32 of the 5 ongoings he has, besides the good one.
Right, which is on this list. So let's go ahead and get to it. So we're going to kick it off with DC's Absolute Flash, issue number 2 from Jeff Lemire. I really enjoyed issue number 1. It felt like an indie. It felt like a DC indie, if you will, just because we didn't get right into the superhero of it all. We've got some mystery. We obviously have supervillains, or we've got a group coming after Wally West. But it just felt different. And I think a lot of the Absolute books, even the Holy Trinity, feel different. But this one probably, outside of Martian Manhunter, feels the most indie. Now, Martian Manhunter, that's on a whole different level.
Yeah, it is for sure.
But
and Nick Robles on art too. I really enjoyed.
Yeah, no, everything's just really aligning with this Absolute book. I think all the Absolute books are just cooking right now. So, looking at this list, I think it's going to be really hard for me to pick a patois. I think this entire week might be a patois. But there is a kink in the wrench, and we'll go ahead and get kink in the wrench, a kink in the gears. I don't know how that saying goes. Sure. But the next book we have is The New Gods, issue number 5 from Ram V. And I've been absolutely loving this book, and now DC has to fuck it up by putting in Justice League Unlimited into the book. Mm-hmm. I'm not following Justice League Unlimited. And let me rephrase this. They're not fucking it up, but it's just I'm not following that comic. And I know that there's this massive crossover going on between Justice League Unlimited and World's Finest. There's like this big event that's about to happen. And I'm just not there. I'm not reading it. And so I have to assume that the reason why Unlimited is here is because, it's getting ready to do that massive crossover. So we're going to put it in as many books that we can. Yeah, and I'm not doing it. So hopefully this crossover is very minimal and we're not muddying the waters in this really awesome story that Ram V's telling with this hunting of this new god.
Yeah, this is one I'm excited to get caught up on this week now that I have some time. I didn't notice this. You never mentioned it, but I didn't realize we had a new artist every single book. We had a new artist on it.
I don't think I even noticed because they've been so similar.
Oh well, I particularly paid attention because Riccardo Federici was issue 3. Speaking of Last Thoughts, as we were earlier.
Yeah, that's right. I just don't. Maybe we didn't review it. We didn't have a show or something. But I think if there's one thing to say about New Gods right now is that artwork has been solid throughout the entirety of it. The story is obviously incredibly solid. Ram V, I wasn't on his Batman Detective Comic run. You were on it, and you ring the praises of that. And now I'm over here on New Gods saying this dude is a mastermind. He's a genius because he is. I mean, this run is just doing something completely different with something that is old, and I love that. I think that's great. So,
Oh yeah.
hopefully it doesn't get ruined.
I don't think it will.
Hey, I'm interrupting the video. It's only because I've got something really important to tell you. I know you know what we're giving away when we hit 2,000 subscribers. I gotta let you know about what we're giving away when we hit 1,250 subscribers. We're giving away this Uncanny X-Men #1 signed by Jim Chung, CGC grade 9.8. When we hit 1,250 subscribers, you could potentially win this, but you have to be subscribed to our channel. So hit that sub button, ring that bell, and give us a like. Let's get back to the video, shall we? All right, jumping over to Marvel, we're going to kick it off with Cable, Love and Chrome, issue #4 from Pepos, David Pepos, friend of the show. And issue 3 kind of wrapped up a little bit of what we were doing, kind of, but then we got this whole new arc now where Cable is doing his thing. He does what he does, which is jump back in time, trying to save another outcome that he probably shouldn't, but he's going to do anyways, and that's his love interest in this book. And it'll be very interesting to see how David intertwines the storyline and how he makes the time travel make sense. And I'm not saying he's not capable of it. I think he is. I just know that's a hard thing to do. And it's always a hard thing to do in comic books. So I cannot wait to read this.
Yeah, me too. And I always get a little, I don't know, excited about this book too, because I really enjoy the covers. Like they have this really like 90s retro feel, this a modern day twist.
Right.
And I'm not familiar with Ian Churchill off the top of my head, so I'm gonna have to look him up and see what his art's like outside of his covers.
No, the book has been great. The artwork has been really fun. I wouldn't categorize this book as a silly goose time, but it's meaningful fun. That's how I would describe this book. All right, our last book of the night is Ultimate Wolverine issue #4, and man, was issue 3 a doozy. I was fully committed to that we were about to lose 2 more X-Men, and we didn't.
Yeah.
We did.
If we had lost one of them, I would have been okay.
I know, but I definitely like where the narrative is going with this book. I had no interest in Gambit and Kitty Pryde being in a love relationship, but it didn't. I mean, it being presented to me, it didn't. I wasn't like, ugh. I was like, okay, well, this is where we're. Everything is a miss anyway in this Ultimate Universe, so I'll take what I can get. And if I get 2 X-Men that don't die, and then we get one of them actually, like, interfering with the Winter Soldier protocol within our Wolverine here, I'm here for it. And that's essentially what happened in the last issue. So we'll see how long that lasts in this issue. But, I know your expectations for this book was pretty low outside of Capuccio being on the artwork. Because, it didn't tickle your fancy. But now I'm very interested to see. I mean, I'm digging it. I didn't really have very high expectations for it. And it is exceeding it to the point where I'm like, well, if I had set the bar high, it would still be exceeding my expectations.
Yeah, no, I think that's true.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and I was very not optimistic on this book either. So the fact that it's cruising along, good.
No, and I think it's doing, even though it can be frustrating that we're killing off X-Men left and right. I think I don't know how to word this properly, but I believe that the momentum that it's actually building feels genuine. And I think that's great for the Ultimate Universe and what, wherever we're going with this whole massive event and how it's going to conclude or go into year 2 or whatever. I think this book is definitely on par with all the other Ultimate books. So that's great.
Yep. Very good. Also, you have to keep this part in the video.
Okay.
Because I know someone's going to comment and make fun of me for this. I was making a comment about Ian Churchill, the cover artist for Cable, and how I liked it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the dude did like 50 issues of the original Cable in the 90s as the interior artist. So of course, I think it fits well.
There you go. Well, yeah,
obviously.
Duh. All right, that's going to do it for this week's New Comic Day video for the week of April 16th. Let us know down in the comments, what are you picking up today? What are you going to read first? What's your potential pick of the week? As always, make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and give us a like. It'd be much appreciated as we're on the road to 1,250 subscribers, but we can't do it without your support. So if you're not already subbed, hit that bell, you know what to do. You know exactly. Like I already said it. I don't have to say it again. I mean, I probably should, but I'm not going to. We'll catch you guys live this Sunday, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, where we'll talk about all 4 of these books and more. And we'll just have a silly goose time. It should be fun. Outside of any catastrophe, we should be going live. So we'll catch you guys then. As always, Comic Fam, be kind to one another and read more comics. Later.